Batgirl, the canceled show that will never see the light of day, it doesn't look like. But wait till you get it with this story. Let's update everybody that may be out on this. Definitely with the transfer of power that we had with Discovery merging with Warner. AT&T sold off their entertainment assets. So you introduce a new leadership, new team, new CEO, all that good stuff. And with that being said, there was, of course, some, I think a lot of folks, everybody has their ideas of what they think happened. I just think it's more, well, goals of the new team does not really match up with the goals of the old. So they are shaking and moving accordingly. Don't expect DC to be saved, I don't think. And there were shows, movies that were either canceled or axed or shelved, and Batgirl was one of those. Now, it seems they've gone through very great lengths to make sure no part of this sees the absolute light of day. And it's according to the directors. There's a funny story abounding in the comics. J.B. Augustine actually covered some of it. And here's what it says. Co-director Bilal Fallah revealed this in an interview with the French outlet Script, which had to be translated, and credit goes to the direct for the transcription. Now, Fallah shared that everything was gone. He went on the server with his smartphone. No, we have nothing. Adil called and told me, go ahead, shoot everything on your phone, he said. I went on the server. Everything was gone. We were like, F and S. We did not even keep the scenes with Batman in it. According to a previous report, there wasn't much featuring Batman to begin with. Nevertheless, the duo may have been taking a cue from Zack Snyder, who had all of the unfinished footage for his version of the Justice League on a laptop. That footage and laptop may have been the property of Warner Bros., and the Man of Steel director may have absconded with it all, but his cut was eventually completed and released. Whatever the circumstance and the exceptions at the time, Fallah and LRB aren't in the same boat due to the canceling of their film as a tax write-off. Warner Bros. Told us the cancellation was a strategic change, shifting in management, which I've said, so they could save some bucks. They explained, taking the loss and yanking the picture, as Warner Discovery CEO David Zaslav did, comes with conditions. One is Batgirl cannot be monetized, and another is it can never be exhibited publicly. Hence, the studio cracked down preemptively on any attempts to save the raw footage. There were funeral screenings held for the cast and the crew of what LRB and Fallah had cut together, but the film was in no way finished. Neither was the VFX work. We were right in the middle of editing. There was a lot of work to be done, so it was not like the movie was finished. When production was canceled, the two had mixed emotions. Mostly they were shocked and ready to break stuff, cry, even laugh. However, they were moved and allayed by the fans and support of the industry showed them. Of course, they would support that, no matter how DOA it was. But seeing all this support on the internet, like Twitter, and even big directors like Edgar Wright and James Gunn sent a supportive message, it was very heartwarming. LRB added that they made Batgirl for the audience, not us. What audience? We just hope that one day the movie can be released. So again, it's on the shelf. I don't know if they're going to release it. Definitely, if they're having to write it off or they're attempting to write it off, I don't think that it'll ever come out. But who knows? Maybe it will be years later. They'll come out with it if they can make it make sense. But like I said, and like they even said, it was just didn't align with the plans of what the new leadership had in mind. So when you have stuff like that, and maybe you guys have been part of businesses that have transfers of power, not everything is with a direct, like, specific thing. Like I know when DC started, you started hearing about stuff like this. You had people that trying to give them way too much credit, saying, well, they were doing this, they were changing this. This means that there's going to be all the wokeness and stuff. DC, I was getting rid of it. I was like, nah, that ain't what this is. This is just that it doesn't align. It's a completely different team that is going to be at the helm here, and maybe that movie did not make sense. So you take it as a write-off and you move on. But also, with that being said, it had to be terrible. There's no way that it wouldn't. What? I think that's part of it, right? I mean, there's such thing. I mean, I know people say there's ain't no such publicity, or they say all publicity is good publicity. That's a moronic statement. It always has been, because that's not the case. Bad publicity can certainly ruin a brand, and we've seen it happen over the course of modern history all the time. And sometimes if you put something out that's garbage, any rapport that you have with your audience is gone, right? And then it's you find out really quick how difficult it is to get people back in your those, or getting the good graces of those people that you have gave a, let's say, terrible experience. And sometimes it's just not worth it. Sometimes and that tells me how terrible that it was when you spend that amounts of millions of dollars on it, and then for you to say, well, nah, we can't put this out. This is dog water. It says that this was probably terrible. It was probably very, very bad, beyond bad. And fortunately, none of the content creators that are out there will be able to, one, shield for it. You know, you're going to have people do that regardless. And on the other hand, just bash it. None of that will happen. We just have to wonder what it was. And I think it was going to be dog crap anyway. Either way, in better news, ISOM #1, you can still pre-order it. Get it in where you fit in. Those cards, man, I'm trying to tell you, those cards are campaign exclusive. You can't get them after it's over. We're over $3.5 million. I appreciate you all for the support. This month, fulfillment starts. We'll have some more updates for you guys soon. So be on the lookout. Yo, I appreciate you as always. And if you're into comics or want to get into them, go visit Rippaverse.com, where you can check out my own comic book company, Rippaverse Publishing. Our first book, ISOM #1, is currently up for pre-order right now. You can also check out the company trailer and the ISOM campaign trailer so that you can make an informed purchase. We've cleared over $3.3 million in sales, and many of our supporters are viewers just like yourselves. And because of that, I have to thank you all personally. I do appreciate you. I can't wait for you to learn more about ISOM himself and already fan favorite Yaira. We ship internationally, so no matter what side of the globe you're on, we'd love to have you as a customer. Much love and big thanks.